Hey everyone, it's me again. I'd like to apologize for lack of content lately. Life's been busting my chops, but I'll try to get things back in order soon. While I have a little free time, I wanted to share a few things with you. Recently, I was confronted about my thoughts on preparedness by a viewer concerning one of my recent videos. As you may know, I made a 48-hour test run with my Get Home gear throughout a couple of episodes. I spent 2 days in the woods, hiking and pitching a tarp tent with nothing but what I carry daily in my Jeep. I received several favorable comments and a number of new subscribers, so that thrilled me. However, as many experience, I get hammered from time to time in the comments. The following is the only negative comment I received on the video. Yet another person who thinks get home means run to the woods and camp. Just how many miles of wilderness do you have to travel through to get home? Do you work as a lumberjack? Are you days away from home such that you'll have to camp on your way home? Perhaps the best get-home plan would be to move closer to your work or get a job closer to home. At worst, there are very few people in the U.S. that would take more than 6 or 8 hours to walk from their job to their home, and the odds of needing to camp, make fire, or fight a gun battle are about 1,000,000 to 1. Think, you're just playing Rambo and your nickname is Johnny Junk Truck because of all of the garbage you're carrying. Needless to say, upon reading this, I was a little bit put off. Then I reread it. Then I began to get a little annoyed. I started to reply and then thought, nope, check yourself, Randy. I decided to go a different route. I thought, rather than spew, I'll try to be an adult about this. So I thought a little longer. The following is my reply to the viewer. Hello. First and foremost, I want to thank you for viewing the video and your input. Everyone should have a right to their opinion. Judging from your channel, I would guess that you're at least a middle-aged man. I'll see if I can answer your questions as honestly and adult-like as possible. To my north, northeast, and northwest, there are up to 70 miles of wilderness before reaching any non-logging industry paved roads. To the south, approximately 20 miles to any heavily populated areas, and to the east about 45 miles. Much less distance to the west, however. I'm no lumberjack. I'm a retired network technician, but I'm acquainted with several log haulers. I wasn't raised here, but I did grow up in the cattle business. However, I lived in a big city for 1/3 of my life. You called me Johnny Junk Truck because of the kit I carry. I've been stranded a time or two, and there's comfort in knowing I'm somewhat prepared for the short term. I've seen stores and businesses in cities of nearby areas looted because of a 6-day power outage. We aren't exempt. You aren't exempt. America is by no means exempt. Most don't even have a clue of possible hard times history has shown us. I'm going to pin your comment, and I'm going to make a video concerning the topic. Let us both publicly share our opinions. Thanks again for your input. Now I need to give credit where credit is due. The viewer did respond, and I'll share his words, but first, just to clarify, the area in which I live isn't uninhabited, but beyond 3 or 4 sparsely populated communities to our north, anywhere one may choose to place boots on the ground in that area, there's not much out there but wilderness. He called me Johnny Junk Truck. I don't carry a lot unless I'm going to the hills, and yes, if I go to the hills, I'm usually packed out pretty well. I could set up homestead for a time, but even at that, it's temporary. He said I was playing Rambo. Well, I'll be honest. I'm about as straight as the day is long, but I've said this in the past. I'm a pansy. Instead of Rambo, I think I'm possibly more like Jenny Junk Truck. I'm no bad boy, and I'm not playing Rambo. I don't run around like Chicken Little screaming, "The sky is falling." I've just seen a few things over the years. I don't want to experience any of the negative possibilities. I know that any number of things could happen at any given time. The following is the viewer's reply to me. At Randy with OFAP, thanks for the reply. I stand corrected on your video as you do live in a remote area. However, my basic comments still apply. I've constantly seen videos similar to yours that are folks who live in very urban, suburban areas and don't live more than 15 or 20-minute drive from their jobs. Yet they carry packs full of junk they'll never need to get home. Now, after pondering long and hard, this is what I think. I admire that the man took the time to share the response, and he was somewhat decent about it. As I said, everyone has a right to their opinion. As for my thoughts concerning society as a whole and the ignorance of the masses, I'm just an old man. For the most part, I've made it a practice to be one of the silent majority. I didn't witness it firsthand, but as a child, I read of the concentration camps in World War II in the reign of Hitler. I had relatives who fought in the battles. I slowly began to realize the brutality of this world. My dad spoke of the Great Depression and the effects of the Dust Bowl. I worked for a man who fought the Japanese in the Pacific. When I was 6 years old, I remember seeing a video on the evening news of soldiers in Vietnam approaching a hooch in the jungle and witnessing black-clad Viet Cong firing on and killing young men. I lost a school friend to the Murrah building bombing in Oklahoma City. I've seen video of reporters being forced to kneel in the sand, having their heads sawed off with long knives in the Middle East. I've seen rioters in city after city destroy their own communities while the powers that be turn a blind eye, quietly promoting chaos. As for me and mine, I expect emergencies, and they will come in a kaleidoscope of varieties. I'll keep my bag of essentials with me anywhere I go. I'm not exempt, you're not exempt, and the United States of America certainly is not exempt.